Hi friends, welcome to Kuch Bate Bate. I have a thought in my mind, and I know that this is not the usual kind of thought, right? And the thought is to counter USA, can India and China work together? Well, the moment you say to counter USA, why does India need to counter USA? Right? There is reason behind that, friends. US has always wanted to counter India, and to that, they have actively supported Pakistan since the time Pakistan was created. They funded their military, they funded their country, they funded their terrorists. And if you see sometime back, I think last week itself, we got a news that uh, US government is kind of like giving $120 million or $170 million. I'm not very clear with the figures, but they are funding their country militarily as well as economically. And why is that? There are two reasons for that. One is to counter India, and the other one is to counter China, right? So here the point is there, right? Similarly, right, in Bangladesh also, they want Bangladesh to give them an island where they can have their listening post, right? Or a kind of like a military base. And that military base can be used to counter China as well as to do a regime change in Myanmar. And once they have their base in Bangladesh, right, they can easily control Indian government or India, right? So it's like people say that about USA is if you are USA's enemy, it is very bad for you. But you if you are USA's friend, it is worse than that, right? And that can be seen in the way USA has been trying to do a regime change in India since the time Modi has come to power, especially after 2019, right? That particular thing US direly needs. It just want to change the government in India, right? So when this is basically is my thought is that right USA also wants to counter China, and USA doesn't want a stable India because USA is seeing the kind of growth we are doing. Okay, we are the fourth largest economy, and we are on our way to become the third largest economy. And when we say that economy as and when we say that economy, we also see in terms of army also, military power also, right? Now, India is kind of like manufacturing its own weapons, right? India is now forcing major weapon manufacturers to come and set up a base in India and start manufacturing here so that, and only then we will sign a contract with you, right? So this is something which USA doesn't want, America doesn't want. And how to change that? For that to be changed, they have to remove Modi. And it has been very clear for the last few years they have been trying to change the Modi government through the kind of protests which what you have recently seen in Bangladesh. You had seen similar kind of protest when we talk about anti-CAA, farmers bill, right? And many other such kind of protests from time to time, right? Okay, so they have been trying to destabilize India, right? When I talk about this, so how can USA be a friendly to us, right? And the recent regime change in Bangladesh is very is not in what do you say is not in favor of India. That is for sure, right? So there is one more thing which is there, right? Is that will this particular regime change, right, will make India, China, and Russia to act together. India is already pissed off with USA when in the recent concluded general elections, USA kind of like tried to intervene or kind of meddle into Indian politics, right? They tried to do that, and Modi has seen that, and that is also one of the reasons why Modi went to Russia, right? So Modi or the Indian government is already looking for options other than USA. They know that is USA wants a puppet India, not a powerful and stable India, right? So I think these are my views basically, friends. And I would like to hear from you. What exactly do you think? Is that a possibility of India China working together to make sure that their interests are safe? USA doesn't destabilize their countries. If they do that, they can definitely counter USA's the way they kind of like destabilize countries. And if you see such kind of work, you will see throughout the history, CIA and US has changed governments which haven't listened to them. And as of now, Modi is doing that. And similar kind of like thing is happening with China also. China is also a rising force, okay, and it is challenging USA. And USA doesn't like it. USA doesn't like challenges, right? So this is, I think that can be an option. India, China, Russia working together to at least have a new world order, right? Or to have a bipolar world order, or you say multipolar also. But you need to have a stable India, and USA doesn't want that. Okay, USA doesn't want a stable China also. Well, and you would say that what about the competition between India and China? I think we can have a healthy competition between us. Whether see China wants to be the manufacturing superpower, we also wants to be a manufacturing power, right? So we are a big market, right? So we want to manufacture things which we are using, and if there is anything surplus, we will export it, right? So we can have a healthy competition in all the spheres, right? But we can be I think the idea can be explored, and this idea of uh, I think 10-15 years back I did heard a lot of talk around India, Russia, and China working together. So I don't know how, if at all, this has to work out, how it will work out. Right. So I would like to hear from you guys. Do comment it, do like and share it. Thank you very much for listening to me. You have a nice day.